So in some breaking news, Minnesota Vikings have acquired Chris Jones, and then their friends are like, what? And then it's like, oh, Chris Jones, the cornerback, not the amazing all-world defensive tackle, which probably couldn't afford it anyway, but who cares? So, yeah, the Vikings, the cornerbacks have been terrible, and also they're hurt. So why not just sign everyone? Like, technically, the Vikings have 8 cornerbacks on the active roster right now, which is hilarious to me. So, Chris Jones, pride in Nebraska. Let's talk about the brand new Minnesota Viking today. So, background on him, 25 years young, 6 foot 200. He's a big dude. He's a big cornerback. I love it. Former 3-star recruit from Jacksonville, Florida. Decided to take his talents to Nebraska. Was actually teammates with Rick's son, JD, in Lincoln for 1 year. As how'd you like that scouting report for Nebraska players? Rick is like, hey, is this dude a jerk? Click. That's all. Right. So 3 years. Started for the Cornhuskers, also played a lot of special teams as a true freshman. Played a mix of outside corner as well as safety as well for Nebraska. Put up 76 career tackles, 5 tackles for loss, 2 sacks, 5 picks, 16 passes broken up. Big season was 2016. 3 picks and was an honorable mention all Big Ten as a junior. Senior year came back from a torn meniscus and then played the final 7 games of the season. So you do like seeing that, where tough kid, team first guy, wanted to play through for his teammates and got through a little bit of injury and some issues there. Combine was pretty Now, some of that could be lingering after effects of the meniscus. Of course, we saw that with Jeff Gladney. Ran a 4.57 40, which even as a big-bodied, outside the numbers cornerback, not ideal, but certainly has size and length that you love. Was undrafted in 2018. Ended up in Lions training camp. Was eventually signed by the Cardinals to their practice squad. 2019 for Arizona was called up. Played 275 total defensive snaps, including 197 in coverage, primarily as an outside corner. That year he posted a 72.6 PFF coverage grade, which is pretty legit. Broke up 5 passes as well as only allowed a 79.8 quarterback rating when thrown at, which is like half a Cameron Dancer. So cool. Eventually, he went on to the practice squad, then the Lions practice squad, then everyone's practice squad before being waived and then claimed by the Vikings. Now, part of this is, hey, getting some intel on Detroit and Matt Patricia, and it's like, oh, good, do this, do that. So some of that, sure, gamesmanship. The Vikings do play the Lions next week. But pros with Jones. Long arms, great size, ideal, really physical out there on an island against receivers. Does have solid ball skills as well as evidenced by those 5 picks in college. Cons, the trade-offs in life. He's not the most agile or fast guy in the world. A little bit tight in the hips. You get some Trey Wayne's tight hips vibes, but also size-wise, you do get some legit Brandon Browner vibes on the field. Specifically on the field, I think could be a good matchup against some of these bigger-bodied wide receivers that are coming up on the schedule. And notably Detroit, week 9, as well as Allen Robinson, Chicago, Tampa, Evans, Godwin, etc. But I think you could see him potentially getting some snaps at safety because the Vikings do have 8 cornerbacks on the rooster right now. I think maybe they'll put Hughes, maybe they'll put Holton Hill on IR. It's possible, but depending what happens with Anthony Harris as well as Aloka already on IR. I think that there could be some safety vibes, snaps up for grabs, and also doesn't have a ton of interior experience, so you're not going to see him kicking in the slot. Frankly, doesn't have the speed or agility to do that either, but it is noteworthy. So claimed on the Vikings 53. And with Holton and Hughes and Boyd dinged up, as well as the rookie cornerbacks and Dantzler not faring very well. Gladney getting a little bit better every single week, as well as Harrison Hand, who played pretty extensively against the Falcons, because the Vikings only dress 4 cornerbacks, so it's okay. But I think that Chris Jones could have an opportunity here once he gets up to speed on the defense. I think that he does bring a different dimension than these other guys. I think he does bring that size and physicality and length that's been missing since Xavier Rhodes left. Now, he's certainly not as skilled as Xavier Rhodes, but he does bring that size element. So could get some run, especially like we said with some of the big-bodied wide receivers coming up on the schedule. I think that he could be active. I think he will play on some special teams as well. So could be interesting. Bottom of the roster guy eventually could work his way up, so we'll see. But your thoughts? Vikings signing Chris Jones, cornerback from Detroit. Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support that work? Pull something in the Venmo. But until next time, Skol. Production value.